Well, welcome back to Flappy Pappy, and today we're going to be cooking for the whole family. And of course, cooking for the whole family means cooking for the whole family. We got our little Winston right here, our latest rescue, and he is a hungry boy. Oh, thank you, Winston. And so, Luna, you're going to be okay. We got the whole peanut gallery. Everybody's going to be commenting. Everybody's going to be judging. So we better make sure we cook this dinner right.
It's Mommy! I found the Yoda.
She did good. And puppy dinner tonight means we're going to be roasting a pork shoulder, and to throw in with the pot with it, we've got sweet potatoes, and that should be delicious, soak up all the juices, as well as broccoli, so we're going to green vegetable, and that's a good complete meal. And with how hot it's going to be this week, we got the puppies playing in the background, indoors of course, we'll be able to enjoy that throughout the week without having to turn the oven on every single night and heating up the house even more than it already is. And first, of course, we'll just chop up the sweet potato real quick. I always like to just slice off the ends. Get yourself some reasonable size, about half-inch slices out of her. Finish off in the end, and then you can just choppy, make some bite-sized pieces, and you're good to go, just like that. And real easy. Always keep your fingertips out of the way, of course. Especially if you're using Amish knives that are real extra sharp. A couple of pieces to throw in the compost, and you're good to go. Alright, we've got a big beautiful pork shoulder roast. We want the fat side up. That way it all melts down and distributes while it roasts. It will be extra delicious that way. And one thing I've been doing lately, and if you keep an eye on Lodge Logic or Lodge Cast Iron or any others, they usually do sales. I scored these big Dutch ovens for not a lot of money, and they are the best thing for cooking meat, especially when you've got a big roast like this. If you've got a big casserole dish, even just a big old, at least a good inch or so rimmed cookie sheet is good enough. These don't have that much liquid. They do have some, so you want to be able to catch that, but you have plenty of room to work with, but especially in the cast iron, these roast so beautifully, as you will see. And as you can see, we've got our big, beautiful pork shoulder roast. It's about 6 pounds. We dried off the top a little bit just to help it brown a little bit better. Not that it really needs it in cast iron. And no seasoning. Pork naturally contains a lot of sodium. We don't need any extra. The dogs certainly don't need any. And if we want to add sauce, we can always do that after the fact. But you got to really try this. The way it is, when you roast it well, there is so much flavor to enjoy naturally. And so we're going to try that first, and we can take it from there. And of course, when you got a big roast going in, you got to make room for it. Rearrange the racks. That's 350 degrees for about 3 hours. And so with the roast in the oven, again, that's 350 degrees, 6 pounds, about 3 hours. They usually say about 30 to 35 minutes a pound. We're going to let the sweet potatoes sit. We'll add those in at about the 2-hour mark. We don't want them to be mush, and make sure they still have some substance to them. So we can let those sit, and the broccoli we can do at the very end because we want it hot. And obviously it doesn't take very long to cook, and that way the meat will have time to rest when we pull it out of the oven. So for now, we can go play with the puppies. Woohoo! And with an hour to go, we can go ahead and add our sweet potatoes. And I specify sweet potatoes. Contrary to popular belief, any type of French fry, hash brown, anything that isn't a sweet potato is actually bad for your dogs. I know dogs love them. They love their French fries. They'll gobble them up. Some dogs do actually figure it out, though, and will reject any potato-based items because they realize it upsets their stomachs. Potatoes... your russets, your gold potatoes, your purple potatoes, they all produce a chemical compound that upsets their stomachs. And so, therefore, don't give it to them. Sweet potatoes, sweet potatoes, sweet potatoes. Every recipe we do will be sweet potatoes. We will never, ever encourage regular potatoes for that reason alone. They're not good for your dogs. got to switch to sweet potatoes. And sweet potatoes are awesome. They're a nutrient powerhouse. They've got tons of nutrients, fiber, all the wonderful things, and good flavor. And with how well the roast is browning, I'm actually going to tilt the lid on top of it so we don't get it too brown on top. And the sweet potatoes only need, we're just cooking for the last hour here, and we'll be good to go. As we're getting right to the end here with the pork, we can go ahead and start chopping ourselves up some broccoli. And, you know, you can eat all of broccoli, of course. The stalk is all perfectly edible. We're silly. We just kind of take the florets at the top and throw the rest for the compost pile. But when food is food, eat the stalk too. But yeah, just chop it up into smaller pieces. We're going to throw it in a saute pan, a little oil, and kind of let it steam for about 10 minutes. And that'll finish that part of the cooking. And then we'll let the pork rest, and we'll be good to go. And of course, those of you with sharp eyes noticing in the frame here, we got Vera's, our cat's dinner. She just had her dinner. She's happy. Our sweet 17-year-old Vera, still looking beautiful and magnificent as ever. She will get some pork too, of course. She loves pork. But fish is definitely her favorite. And any of our fish nights, she is all over. Now we'll go ahead and just cut about medium heat. Oils are real easy. Olive oil, canola oil. As always with anything with your dogs, check Google first. It's always a good safe warning, but just a little bit just to keep everything from sticking. We're not even going to salt these. Again, because salt you can just add afterwards. If you need it for your flavoring, perfect. But for the dogs, not so much. And now that we've got the pork almost done, 7 o'clock actually, we're perfect, right on time. We've got the broccoli simmering. We can go ahead and portion out our kibble. And we use kibble just, it's a good baseline nutrition. You don't have to. You can add rice, more sweet potatoes, whatever floats your boat there. But again, kibble is just, it's like having a multivitamin broken up in your cereal. It's all the basic essentials. We're just able to embellish on top. So you do want to account for that in your portioning. So you do use less to account for everything you're adding in. But nonetheless, kibble is a great way to go. And you can see on the lid, we got plenty of steam building up. Just a little bit of oil is all you need. Get some nice little color on the broccoli. This can be done in about 6-8 minutes, and then we just put it off to the side, and we'll be ready to pull out the pork. And it's time for the roast. That smells amazing. Oh yeah. That looks absolutely perfect in there. I can see the potatoes. I don't even have to poke them with a fork. I can see that they are nice and tender and beautiful. And that will be delicious. Now we'll just go ahead and put the lid back on. Let it sit for 10 minutes. Finish the cooking. And we'll be ready to eat. And we're just about ready to serve. We got the little portions already sliced off, put in their bowls here. Go ahead and just start cutting up smaller bite-sized pieces. Get them distributed correctly. You know, for portion sizes, we got 4 different sizes of dogs, so we gotta make sure we got 4 different portion sizes. And you can see in the texture, this is still very chewable, more like steak. If you want it softer than that, cook it a little bit longer. 20-30 minutes would probably get it there. But especially as we're eating this through the week, I like being able to just reheat it and it'll soften up as it goes. Then we just give everything a quick stir. Get the juice nice and evenly distributed. The dogs will love the kibble even more that way. Gets it to be a better meal than just the average. And of course, Vera's got hers too. And we are ready to serve.
Sebastian, you ready? It's puppy dinner. Here, Sebastian. Good boy, chew it up. Here, Luna. Good girl, honey. Chew it up. Get you a little more light. Good puppies. And my mistletoe. Here, sweetie. Good girl. Chew it up, baby. Good puppies. Mr. Winston. Good boy. We still have him eating separately, just to keep everybody safe and happy and healthy. He's still a little food aggressive, so we make sure he gets to enjoy his meal separately. Good boy, Winston. Chew it up. Good girl, Missile. Is that good? Is that a good puppy dinner? Good girl, Missile. What do you think, Luna? Is that tasty? Good girl. You like it, Pappy? Good boy, Sebastian. Chew it up. I think it was a success. We've got happy, hungry puppies. Whoops.